We're returning back to our authentic Great One Whitetail hunt. Now it's day number 11, so I'm honestly super excited to find out what we're gonna have in our spots. Well, this is kind of interesting because we have a track from a max weight whitetail buck trotting right through here, and I figured for sure we'd get eyes on him, but so far I haven't really seen anything that's gonna look like that buck. Aside from this right here, which that's a pretty solid whitetail. In fact, it's a 180 plus. And we got a nice little pocket right there where we should be able to smoke him. All right, that should take him down. And again, I don't see anything else that's gonna resemble that size of a buck. All right, we got our whitetail buck down right here. He didn't go 25 yards and piled right over a 177. So overall, a pretty solid buck. We pulled off a double lung shot right over the top of the heart. Actually, it has a cool looking rack on him. Typically, this rack is a little bit wider and doesn't go up as high, but this one goes straight up and then out. I quite like that actually. Well, it's a bit off from a 200 plus, but we do happen to have a buck out there, a one trivial, absolutely tiny buck. And a doe. And another doe. But that is not a doe. We got a huge 200 plus buck right out there. He just stepped out right in that thicket. Now we can barely see him right now, and we have to wait until he steps out, but we can kind of see a little bit of a silhouette right there, and we took the shot, absolutely smoked him. He's going down. We kicked up. Are you kidding me? There was a huge 200 plus buck right underneath us. Right underneath us. I mean, we could have taken him down with the bow. All of a sudden I look down and I see this massive rack right here. I thought it must have been the 170 that I saw from before, but clearly that was another massive 200-inch buck. Unbelievable. It never fails. Every single time we take a shot at a 200, another one jumps up right next to us. And the thing is, if he would have ran any direction except for this one, we probably could have gotten a shot off, except he decides to run right through the thickest part. And we couldn't quite pull one off. Anyways, we found this guy. It's going to be a 215-inch buck. We got a nice lung, liver, stomach shot at 110 yards. And a pretty good buck for the second spot. Well, that's not a bad sign right there. We literally just got to this location and already got eyes on a 200-inch buck coming out right there. He just stopped behind those trees. So far, all I saw was this one doe, and I thought, maybe we should stop hunting here. But then this guy shows up right there. Look at how smart he is too. Tucked way back in there behind all that brush and waiting for all the does to come out first to make sure it's safe. Then he's gonna work his way out. Now there's also a bunch of whitetail back over in here, and apparently a male black bear as well. There are in fact a couple of bucks, super small bucks, but they're out there. And we are gonna have to eventually take them down. But is this big buck not gonna step out, or what's going on here? What is going on? It kind of looks like he's maybe about to step out, but oh yeah. Here he comes. Right there. And I would almost go for that, but he's behind some trees. Boy, is he sure taking his sweet time to come in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Not sure how that first shot missed, but the second one definitely connected. And he's going down. Yeah, I'd say that first shot did hit lung, but then again, it wasn't really a solid connection. I'm thinking maybe low back lung or something. Which is why we put a follow-up in nice and quickly. And the good thing about the 300 Blackout is it's got a super fast response. Alright, we'll follow this deer trail right here and see if it leads us to our buck. Because I think it's going to. Yep, right there. Alright, was the first shot good? Yes, it was. In fact, it was phenomenal. Absolutely precise shot right there. Technically, that could have nicked the back of the heart. Yeah, you can't really beat that. aside from if we were half-inch more forward. It could have been a hard shot, but then again, we could have hit the front shoulder and it might have slowed it down a little bit too. So yeah, he was absolutely smoked and a beautiful 200 plus buck. All right, so for this case here, we actually do have a stand right up over that next ridge, but I don't really think it's worth using, since what we can do from here is actually lay prone and then call in these whitetail up to this opening here and take down a couple of these bucks. All we have is 2 1-trivials, and we essentially want to get both of them. So what we'll do is make sure we line up on both these bucks. Got a gray fox out there as well, just a female. But the buck should be right over this ledge here, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Don't really know where this buck even came from. Oh, that's the one that we wanted. Gut shot will take him down. And there's the... Oh, that's actually not... No, I don't want that one. We need another 1-trivial. 1-trivial, come on, where are you? Well, at least we got one. All right, so though we did take down one of the 1-trivial bucks, I figured we'd actually come back here and try and take down at least another one because there's so many. And now we have a 190 plus buck coming in here, which is kind of cool, but I'm not interested in that. What I am interested in, however, is at least one of these 1-trivials, possibly even 2. Look at the bucks coming out now. Holy, that's the 150 plus that we saw from before. So there must be 2 separate herds of whitetail coming out right now. Now, it's interesting because there's only technically 1 herd of whitetail that we have located here. We do have one over here, which is where we took that 200 plus buck from before. But obviously he's gone now and there's only 1 doe in this region, or maybe a couple does. But for some reason, all these deer, including these bucks, are coming in from way out over here. And I'm not sure why, but it's still pretty cool. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, let's take down this one right here at 150 yards. Bring him down a little bit quicker. And that's going to be it. And just drilled that front shoulder. Going for the heart. But we were just a little bit too high. And it stopped that bullet. Right on a dime. No way! I've seen a lot of cool things so far throughout this Great One experience here. Our authentic style Great One hunts. But nothing like what we just found. That right there is a huge, rare 200-inch piebald whitetail buck. I bet he's going to score probably like 194. He is an absolute beast of a buck, and he's super, super awesome. I can't even believe we just found this thing. I really want to take him down with a bow. There's another good buck out there. It looks to be a 180 plus. And then we got a 150 over here, but I can't believe this thing just stepped out. Unbelievable. However, we need him to come a little bit closer. And in order to do that, what we have to do is use the grunt call. But in order to do that, I think what we should probably do is sneak down out of the stand carefully without spooking anything else, because there could be bucks right around the corner here. And then I still see him there. He stands out like a sore thumb. We should be able to call from over here. But then I want to turn the caller off and then call one more time so that we get them to come this direction. It seems like it just might work. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna work. We got the whole herd coming this direction. Here we go. Now there could also be another 200-inch buck somewhere nearby, which always tends to happen, especially in this location. Every single time we take a shot at a buck, a 200-inch jumps up somewhere in this spot. Alright, but here we go. He's coming in. And he is not coming in the way I wanted him to either. So I'm not sure why he's... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now he's starting to come in. But look at how cool that is. This might be one of the coolest piebalds that we've ever gotten as far as color variants. I mean, he's almost an albino. Literally 3/4 piebald. Or I should say 3/4 white. Typically, or at least I think the last time I got a piebald that was a decent sized one, it was only maybe 1/4 piebald. Versus this thing is at least 50%, maybe even 75% piebald. Alright, so we got him right there at 60. Now look at how he blends in with the surroundings of these purple lustrous flowers. Oh, here we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. How did I know that was gonna happen? Actually, well, if they walk right past us, we're gonna have an epic setup. So as long as he follows the rest of these deer, we should be good. Although it looks like he's holding tight out there a little bit further than what we want. Come on. I think he's about 80 yards out there. Yeah, he is 80. You know, we could take that shot. Oh. Oh my God, we drilled him! What a shot! What a shot! Did you see that? Right in the front shoulder. Perfect double lung shot. And he went straight down. Unbelievable moment that was right there. Holy. So the first shot we actually took to try and get his attention and slow him down a little bit. But the reality is he almost trotted right into that arrow. Well, luckily we didn't quite hold high enough so we didn't hit him. But he did stop just in enough time to get a second shot off, and we absolutely smoked him. Got another one right there actually, which is a pretty solid 180 buck. I don't know how far he is though. Probably that far. Yeah, he wasn't quite that far. That's what I figured. We drilled him right in the spine. So let's see if we can't put a follow-up into him quick here. Can't even see him anymore. I mean, he's gonna go down. Yeah, so I think what it is that even the same one or a different one? I think he was about 50, 55, and we were 0 for 65. Yep, that's exactly what it was. But anyways, that was absolutely unbelievable. The moment we just had right there with that rare piebald, beautiful whitetail buck. And we smoked him at 80 yards. Well, I would say we should pick this one up, but we got a long track job to do to get to that one. So we're gonna go over here to this super cool rare piebald buck. And there he lays, right there. Unbelievable. Look at that rack. I've only gotten one piebald that had a rack like this, and that was a good while ago. It's a little bit dark out here right now. I'm not sure why, but we'll see if we can't get a picture. And maybe what we'll have to do is use our light. Yeah, that's going to be probably the most ideal. I think we'll have to go with that. Right there. Maybe take one more. And that's going to be about it. All right, let's pick him up. It's gonna be a 197 gold. Holy, let's freaking go. Oh my God, that's awesome. 88-yard double lung shot on this rare piebald whitetail. Oh, that was cool. Whew. Yeah, I figured he was gonna break that 190 mark, but I didn't know how much. The interesting part is the estimate on this buck went up to 199, and he scored 197. So clear over the gold mark. And he was a rare piebald. What a heck of a buck. And that's got to be our second coolest piebald of all time, right there. I mean, imagine if you jumped that up from behind, you'd think it was an albino. Because he's almost pure white. And then he turns, and you can see he's got some brown variation But the fact that we already have this action going on in our authentic Great One whitetail hunt, it's pretty cool. Well, you bet. We're definitely getting him mounted. Oh, you bet. And we haven't even taken a look at our shot yet. Let's take a look at that. Oh, absolutely precise shot right through the bottom of the shoulder blade. Caught double lung and just behind the heart. Like, you literally couldn't have been a much better shot than that. You literally couldn't have. And talk about some pretty amazing penetration to go right through that shoulder. Clear pass through out the other side. Well, let's take a look at the rack on him. He does have the kind of 200 minus rack. Just a little bit more mass and he would have been an absolute stud of a buck. But he still is in my books. Look at that buck. Well, that's gonna about wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and man, I can't wait to get back out here. And I love the fact that all of you guys are super excited for us doing this authentic Great One hunt as well. It really gets me pumped up and wants me to just keep on doing it over and over again until we get better and better success. So that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon.